Yeah, gotcha. You ready? You let me know when we're rolling. Anytime. Alvin, let's do an overview on the first two games, what you saw, what you liked, game one, game two.
I thought we played at the pace that we have to. I was happy with the pace. Thought we did a good job of playing unselfishly. For most of I think the first half in the Chicago game we struggled a little bit with that, but we end up with 40 assists. So I think the ball movement and the unselfish play is there. My concerns are we got to do a better job of rebounding. I think we're giving up too many offensive rebounds, and then we got to do a better job of containing the ball. But I think offensively, we're in a good place, and now defensively we got to try to get there.
Zion just turned 19. Do you still have to think that this is only a 19-year-old because he's not playing like it, nor does he answer questions like it?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be the tricky thing during the season is that he's very mature. He can stand here in front of you guys and answer any question you throw at him. But he still is a 19-year-old teenager.
Right.
So I think we got to keep that into account. He played great the other night from the standpoint of knowing when to cut and his timing on the cuts and things like that. But defensively, he's got a big step that he has to make. But he's better than he was last week at it, and he works at it, and he's comes in, watch film, and do all of this. So I think he'll get better at that. That's the thing when you're young players and you come into this league. The whole defensive concepts and things you got to do as far as rotations is the thing that most of the young players struggle most with.
Coach, first game back home with the new roster, the arena after the excitement from last Saturday. What's the vibe like in the locker room right now?
Oh, I think they know that we still got a lot of work to do, and they're approaching it that way. It's going to be great because I think we'll have a great crowd. We've had great crowds wherever we've been. I just looked at, Atlanta has almost 14,000 there. The next game they have 4,700. Chicago almost sells the thing out. Next game they have, about 40% of that or 50% of that. So I think the fact that, we're drawing those kind of crowds, I think that takes a little bit of the pressure off. It's just going to be the way it is the whole year, with Zion, and, everybody wants to see him play. So I think, wherever we go and wherever we play, it'll be that way.
Coach, with Drew
put the accelerator down pretty good on the pace. Were you able to evaluate what parts of it you liked or didn't like at that pace, despite what was going on during the season?
I like most of it. I think we've got to be a little aware of our shot selection. Sometimes we get a little loose with that. And playing fast doesn't mean taking bad shots. Playing fast means that we want to be in the front court where we have more time to execute our offense. So I would say shot selection, and it doesn't take very long for that. I think guys, after a while realize what's a good shot and what's not a good shot, and we've done a pretty good job. Like the other night, we took 100 shots. We only considered like 7 of them really bad shots. So if we can get to that percentage right there, I think we'll be pretty good.
Have you ever seen this many cameras and microphones at a preseason game?
No. But if I got Thurl Bailey here, I feel like I feel like I've accomplished a lot. Okay,
What did they just say about
No, but I mean, this is kind of what you get when we got lucky as heck. 6% chance of winning the lottery, and we did. And the prize for that is that you get to have a player like Zion that you draft, and obviously there's a lot of people that want to see him play. But I always caution and say, let's not forget now he's still 19, and as I said to you guys, and I'll say it every time I'm in front of you guys, we're not going to put that kind of pressure on him because, I want him to, number one, be a teenager. That's what he is. Number two, there's a learning curve that's going to have to be there. It is with every single player that ever been in this league, and even the great ones. If you go back and look, at Kobe's first year or something like that. So I just want him to understand that his work ethic is what's going to count most. And right now we have no problem with that whatsoever. So if he's continued to work and put in the time like he's doing, then everything will work out. But you know, as I said before, we didn't draft him thinking that he was going to come here and be the savior of our franchise. So you know, we'll coach him accordingly. Really, you know, we want him to enjoy this experience as much as anything, and then understand that he's still a teenager and enjoy his teenage years. I know it's tough to do in this situation, but I think that's going to be important.
How fun is it for you, Coach? How fun is this for you just to get a chance to be a part of all this stuff?
Oh, it's great. You know, you don't get to do this. You know, I've been on a coaching staff where, you know, you got David Robinson, and then I was on a coaching staff that had, you know, Grant Hill, Steve Nash, and Amari Stoudemire, and, you know, obviously Steph, Clay, and that group, and, you know, Chris Paul and Blake Griffin. So, you know, you get lucky as heck to be able to coach a guy like him. You know, the thing I like about him is that he's such a team guy. He is a team-first guy in every respect of the game, and I think his teammates really appreciate that. You know, there's nothing cocky or arrogant about this kid. You know, his whole goal is that he just wants to be a guy on the team that everybody, you know, likes being around, and he likes being around them. His team is very, very important to him. It's like his family.
With Drew out, what happened with Drew this morning, and is
he just got a little contusion.
So it's just like
it's nothing. It's not any big deal at all.
Do you know who to start with?
We'll start Josh Hart in this place.
Do you see any other starters getting rest this preseason?
Excuse me?
Do you see any other starters taking rest this preseason, taking games off?
I don't know. I mean, we got enough. You know, we're trying to figure our team out. We got 15 new guys in training camp, so I really hadn't paid attention to who's resting and who's not resting, and I never do during the season. I mean, we got enough to worry about with our team. I don't really know or care about who's resting and who's not, and you know, I don't know about load management. I'm the old guy, so you know, I'm just learning about load management. Okay.
Do you expect Ja to play?
He may play a little bit. Yeah, he's also, you know, a little sore in the knee, but you know, we might give him a little bit of a run there. But you know, he won't play extended minutes now.
What has Derek Favors brought to you guys this year? Early, obviously.
The most low maintenance guy I've ever been around in my life. I mean, he's terrific. I mean, the guys on the team have so much respect for him. You know, these guys can tell you from Utah, he's a real pro, man. You know, the guy comes in, gets his work done. You know, smart player, rim protector. You know, does a lot of really good things that kind of go unnoticed. But, you know, we're lucky as heck to have him on our team.
Can I ask you about that, Melly? What does he do for your team? How does he make your team better from what you've seen so far?
I think that he can be a spacer. You know, I think anytime you got big guys that can space the floor, obviously it opened up driving alleys for other players. He's a very smart player. You know, I think he's more than just a shooter. I think he can be a playmaker also. So we've been really happy with him. You know, he's been limited in what he can do up until this point. So I think he's just going to get better and better at what he does.
And as far as Cavell Bigby Williamson, what does he have to do to progress and possibly make the team? What do you see from him?
Sorry, who was that?
Cavell Bigby Williams?
You know, he's just once again another young player that's still trying to learn and stuff like that. He's done a lot of good things. I will say that, you know, from the time he's gotten here, he's put in a lot of work, and he's better than he was when he got here. And I think that's just because of the way he's worked also.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Good.